Hey, so I was thinking, we've been wired so much in our society today to be so selfish. Like, if I'm not gonna get anything out of it, you won't get 100% of me or of my attention or abilities. But when looking at the characters in the Bible, maybe even if we start with Jacob, Jacob served his father-in-law so much, and at the end of it, he was the one who gained so much. And the most interesting story about service is Joseph. Imagine you are in a foreign land, you are placed in a position to serve. So let's start with Potiphar's house. And he served with so much excellence, wisdom, that he got a lot of favor from his master. But at the end of it, when we look at it from the lenses of human eyes, we feel like Joseph was at a deficit. But through God's lenses, at the end of everything, you feel like the true thing is Joseph was the one who had gained so much. When he was in the prison, as much as that kind of a job seemed demeaning, he gave it all of his strength, all of his self to it, and that opened a lot of doors for him, to the extent that he became the second greatest in Egypt. Pharaoh was now just a name, but when you look at it, it was like Joseph was the one who's ruling the nation of Egypt. And imagine, this is not your nation, and at the end of the day, you guys, God had promised you had promised you another place, and at the end of the day, your future people will not be living in the land of Egypt. But Joseph still served with excellence and with everything. And you like every plan he came up with was to benefit Pharaoh. And now I was wondering, was this man, didn't he ever think about himself? But when you look at it closely, it was like God blessed him so much, like everything he wanted. Pharaoh just gave him without even question. He gave him that power and authority to do everything. And at the end of the day, you find that he saved the nation of Israel from that before. And even he knew that God will deliver them and take them to the promised land. When he ordered the people that when God delivers them from Egypt, let his bones be carried. And this person really knew this place we will live, but he gave Egypt 100% of himself with the wisdom, with excellence. And this is also even, and as I was thinking about this, I started to challenge myself. In every position, in every place that I am in, even as much as I don't want to be, God is the one who has put me there. Let me give it 100% of myself with my wisdom. Let me do it with excellence, no matter how small it seems. For now, I may think that I'm not gaining anything, but what I know is it will not go in vain if I'm doing it from a pure place. Yeah. And if we could be people of of such character, that even if it seems like I won't gain anything, if it seems like I'm the person who's gonna get a deficit in this, but you serve with all your heart, gladness, and with excellence, it won't go in vain. God sees that hard work you have. Sometimes it seems unfair, to be honest. But anyway, the greatest among you must be the servant of all. And being a servant isn't easy. Yeah. And we always think that people with high power are really enjoying. Those people are being accountable to a lot of people isn't easy. Yeah. And I just want to challenge you. Look at what, as much as, so I can give example. So like, even if I'm staying with my relatives, I always had this in my heart, like, so I'll just be here for a season. Sometimes I feel like, yani, you do somebody the way they do you. If you're doing me bad, I'll do you bad. But at the end of the day, after I've done that, I feel so bad. Then, then I start asking myself, why did I lower myself so down, that low, to even do that to that person? Like, let not somebody's character change my own character or my set of values. If somebody is doing something unfair to me, it's not a must that I have to do something unfair to them to make them to make me feel good. Because at the end of the day, I won't be feeling good. I'll be feeling guilty. Because that's not the way my father wants me to live. How will I show love and bring people to him if I'm the person who acts like them themselves? There's no difference between us. And to be honest, it isn't easy. Yeah. Even me, I've been trying so much sometimes to find, oh, you want it? I'll give it to you. But I don't know, yes, what am I gonna gain after all this? They see that I also have a voice. I also have some horns in me. I should be feared. Is it even worth it? Most of the times, it's not worth it. To show kindness, to show love, give somebody what he didn't expect, you'll show them. Because to be honest, nobody expects you to show them kindness after they've shown you madarao, they've done you wrong. Yeah, and just praying for God to strengthen us, that we create a place on earth where even as God says, bring heaven down to earth. We could be the people who make us feel like heaven. Yeah, shall have a great weekend.